EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Tar Heel State, where the legacy of the late, great Sam Mills lives on with each pound of the drum. And that means we are ready for football here at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one in the NFC, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Carolina Panthers. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Panthers take over.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive.
33-yard line.
And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
And a catch right side by Evans. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
First down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Tackle made at the 47-yard line.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Now here's Young. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 28. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
At the 28-yard line.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. A play fake. Now Young. That's to the tight end, Evans. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Nice play call. A little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Now Young. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And his kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
So now after the field goal, Fitzgerald back out there to send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
First run now for Kyren Williams. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
1 yard gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Play action. Stafford. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
It's a gain of 11.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Rams.
They give it to Williams, running right. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Stafford. He gets this to Devontae Adams.
Stafford's pass. Complete to number 17, Devontae Adams. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. On the sneak, it's Stafford. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
That's another Rams first down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The tackle by Chris Barnes.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Up 2nd and 10 at the Panthers' 38-yard line.
Stafford. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Back to throw, Stafford. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands.
A 54-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So an 8-play drive gets them down there, but play number 9, that winds up a missed field goal.
And they definitely moved the ball well. That's a drive where you hate to come away with nothing.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
A running play. It's Dowdle. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
I know I'm supposed to be watching the entire field, but right now I'm kind of locked in on the guy calling the plays. Back-to-back, big-time plays for him, including a run on the last one. And right now he's got to feel really good about his chances of getting into the end zone. Run it, pass it, either way.
Touchdown, Panthers! From 4 yards out. And the Panthers are able to widen their advantage. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Panthers 10.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to have a Rams first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Rams first down.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits. and know what they can get away with, and there's a completion right there.
Pass complete there to Nakua. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. In motion, the tight end. Now Stafford. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Davante Adams from 10 yards out. And the Rams have got it back to within a score.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Now for the point after.
For the extra point.
And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Panthers 10.
That time a 6-play drive. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And the Panthers coming out now. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Young. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play.
It's a gain of 5.
And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
Young now. And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On fourth down, Carolina going to send out Sam Martin to punt. Xavier Smith deep for L.A. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Over the middle, it's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Adams, the man in motion left. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
To throw is Stafford. Oh, what a juke into space. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And his kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
He's taken down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Off the play fake, Young. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards the pickup there.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. It's Young off play action. Now he'll tuck this and run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
They run here with Dowdle. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Young to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 21. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going, a little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On the run, it's Dowdle. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
At the Rams' 19-yard line.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. They run again with Dowdle. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down.
Sets up fourth
Yeah, that
down.
play was pretty well doomed right from the start. The pressure was really affecting him. Collapsed everything in the pocket. He had to move around, try to get it downfield. Incomplete.
Fitzgerald on for the field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So they're able to answer back here in the third quarter with a field goal of their own to move back in front by 3.
It's like watching a tennis match, isn't it? Who's going to be able to break serve? Is it going to be Borg or is it going to be McEnroe and one of their great Grand Slam epics? Go ahead and look it up, folks.
So now after the field goal, Fitzgerald back out there to send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Stafford now to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll give them 8 that time. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Here's Stafford. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams.
Stafford's pass.
Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped him for no gain.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind that it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well. I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
It's a gain of 16
now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll try to throw down. Young. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here is Young. They'll find McMillan here. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
First down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Right there, we can do it. Let's do this.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3.
The tackle made at the
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. Hubbard is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
On is Fitzgerald now for the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was Chuba Hubbard who finished it off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So now Stafford and the Rams down 20-10. A minute 52 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Now it's Stafford. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
First down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Stafford. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Stafford now to throw. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
18 more yards.
Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
First down, Rams.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Stafford. He hits Adams, complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Here now, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Stafford. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Rams 17.
So 15 ticks remaining as they line up for the onside kick. And the Panthers are going to recover here, and that should be enough to get them the victory. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, It was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other, and they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.